Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 6 of the Almost Essential Podcast. Shut up, I forgot to unmute my own microphone for half a second.
No worries.
I'm used to unmuting like other people, not like myself for this.
I got
Let's
you.
see. We have a lot to talk about this week, but we are very short on time. Some of it's very, very interesting, so we're going to try to speed run through some crypto memes. One thing that... so I guess we should start with... McAfee, then go to crypto memes. Oh, did you hear about McAfee?
Yeah, I heard he died, but like
Apparently, he
I was
didn't
like,
die.
Wait, what?
He's apparently just still running in the background.
Ah, yeah, that was my joke on stream was that like he's a genius because he was the first guy to figure out that the best way to install malware on your computer was to mask it as an antivirus.
Yep, worked apparently
Like,
if make him a bazillion dollars. So
oh, dude,
it was
and
fantastic.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't. Did it in the beginning? Did it actually do the job that it set out to do? Like, was it actually
Back then,
antivirus?
so that's like a whole side rant. But like back then, viruses were actually viruses, and we were fighting a much different type of threat. And it actually kind of almost mostly worked against like bad viruses that are out on the internet. Most of what
Yeah.
people think of today, like if you ask a teenager today what they think of viruses, what they're actually describing is malware, not an actual virus. So it was
Yeah.
it started in that time period and then came.
Yeah, Windows Defender
like,
is quite strong.
Yeah.
Like it does the job.
It's
really
strong
well.
enough that you should never ever need to even think about installing McAfee or, for heaven forbid, Norton. In the worst case scenario. Of quick mention, let's see. Just to follow up on the past weeks, Indy Fox got banned again. This is her 6th ban, and after 3 days, she was unbanned, but when she came back, she was unpartnered. So it's like the Destiny-style ban.
She got banned with Amaranth.
Yeah.
They both came back. They were both still partnered.
Yes. And then Indy
After
Fox
some
later.
number of days, Indy Fox got banned again.
Yes. A 6th
But
time.
she's not unbanned yet.
She's,
I don't think.
Okay, maybe she's not unbanned, but
Yeah,
she's not a partner when she does come back.
Right. But they only know that because they inspected the HTML.
Yeah,
and, like, she's
that's
in there,
right. That's what
like,
I linked
as
here. I forgot.
Yeah. So it's like, so the reason that I make the distinction is because it's not, no one's quite sure, and she hasn't posted on Twitter. Like, no one knows why she was banned this time, and it's not obvious. This is where I'm.
Oh, this one's the first. Sorry, go ahead.
This is where I'm very confused. It's like, I don't know what she got hit for. She doesn't know what she got hit for. No one seems to know what she got hit for. There's like a lot of conjecture, but nobody really knows.
Okay, so if you go to I can't show it on stream, but if you go to the Reddit thread that talks about this, I've seen it on a video where.
Is it like on live stream files right now?
I think it might be. You have to probably sort for it, but the reason somebody linked why she was banned, and there's a clip, and it just says the clip, and it has like a fart emoji above it, and I'm like, okay, I don't need to click that.
Oh yeah, but
super
the thing
uploaded.
is, Amaranth did that too.
Yeah, well, apparently it's still going.
Yeah,
so
I don't know if
thing,
I thought she stopped though. Like after they got banned.
I'm not sure. So one thing that's kind of interesting here is when we go to look at this, there's a database for this, and this is what Sal was talking about here. Is partner false? Is affiliate false? When we go to here, most of these bans are 3 days long. This is 4 days, and when I wrote these last night, I just assumed she would be unbanned by now, which is why I like phrased it the way I did. But apparently, it's a 4-day ban, and maybe longer. It's still going. I just assumed it would be unbanned after 3 days, but apparently not. So we're holding our. I don't know who's actually waiting for that. It's not me. I'm just covering it as a news topic, not of personal interest.
Right,
John Zerka, the guy that was the who trolls about me. Go ahead.
Did you see 19 hours ago, dude? This is breaking.
Oh, really? When?
Indy Fox no longer has her Twitch channel in her bio on Twitter.
Oh.
That's a big deal.
Huh. It is not there. Let's see if it's in our link tree. It's listed there. It is at the bottom of our link tree. Okay. Hmm. Below a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
So that
I think that's
that
enough
she might be banned,
topic
but we don't
on
actually
that.
know.
Yeah,
Well, I'm very curious. Like,
maybe it's
I'm
permanent
very
this time.
yeah. I don't know how. I don't know if she flew too close to the sun by trying it again. Like, I know that she did hot touch streams, but I don't think she did the shit that got her and Amaranth banned, which was the ASMR crap. So like, I don't really know. I'm very curious because like the proper like banning of streamers is something that I find very interesting.
Hmm.
Um, like especially if we transition out into the John Zerka thing. So I don't really know this guy, but I like the fact that he was banned for 3 months and they unbanned him and they just gave like a cheeky apology email, like, "Hey man, sorry we banned you. Sorry you lost 3 months of income. Uh, we'll fix that and have a good day."
This guy
And I
was a
was like,
notorious troll for being like the moon landings are fake, but like
"Yeah,
he doesn't actually believe it, but he would.
right. It's satire, right?
Yes, it was satire, but like he
Yeah,
does it so well that like is maybe a little bit confusing for some people, or like
right.
very hard to detect. And I suspect that that's maybe the original reason why he was originally banned, but that's just them just saying, hey, it's a mistake on our part. Sorry. 3 months
Yeah, I
later.
mean, I
Cool.
hope it's not for the moon landing shit because that's like,
It's some of the
are you gonna
funniest
ban?
content if you
Yeah,
when
are
you
you
know he's
really gonna
trolling,
ban
but like
anybody who believes in some cheeky conspiracy theories? Like, all right
he
then.
did this on
Like some
podcast
like
to pull out, like he would be doing it on a podcast where there was like people who were very strong science people, and they would be able to like um very easily refute his claims, but like he would be so dogmatic about it and keep pulling out shit that like you believed the moon landings were real after you listened to both sides of it and at the end of the content. But like his masterful trolling of it was
yeah,
something else.
and that's yeah. It's how big a streamer was this guy? Because like I
Um,
don't know anything about him. So is he like 1,000 viewer, 10,000 viewer,
his meme is
500
that
viewer?
his first day on the internet, he posted a YouTube video and it got 500,000 views. He's a decent sized streamer ish, but like we're talking top when you go just chatting. If he's streaming and he gets a host, it'll be like top 30, top 40 of Twitch. But it's not like he's
Okay,
definitely
so
up
probably
there.
like
But like
5K.
yeah, somewhere around there,
Yeah.
depending on what he's doing and
So,
what time of the day it is, etc.
so I was talking to Chad about this. Like I, so there was actually there's a live stream fails thread right now where Phantom Lord's saying that like a judge is basically gonna decide like how Twitch disciplines / bans the streamers.
Hmm.
In this exact instance, like I have in my mind, like I can't think of a possible reason like why, aside from them being contractors, right? Like a judge could never look at the situation and not say that Twitch owes him a month of revenue, like, or 3 months of revenue. Like I don't understand. Like if it's an accident, like if they actually acknowledge, like yes, we banned you, it was a mistake. Like we shouldn't have done that. We'll fix that. They owe him 3 months of revenue. Like I don't see how that's not a thing.
I
Like
understand that part of it, and
yeah,
one thing that's interesting from my thought process on this is if we say, okay, well, if Twitch acknowledges that it's their fault, and a judge somewhere says they owe you 3 months if they acknowledges that it's a fault, uh, we get so little information out of Twitch as to why they're banned, what the actual offending cause was. Like, okay,
yeah,
now Twitch is going to be like, okay, now we'll just never say if it was a mistake ever again. Like, where you're going to get even less information out of Twitch on that regard, I
yeah.
think.
I would imagine
Like,
they would have. I imagine they would be judicially required to give why they banned you first. Like that is going to be something I don't think will last. Like I don't think it's possible for them to continue this shit. I think they're abusing it as long as they can because it's in their legal best interest. But like eventually, you're gonna have to be they're gonna have to inform you like what you did to get banned in the first place.
mhm.
And I think like in my mind, I think the fairest thing to do would be to be like, hey, so listen, we banned you by accident. We'll give you like double sub revenue for 3 months. So like that way you earn, like you can basically make up the months. You got to do something. Like this kind of shit is terrible. I can't even believe that I can believe it, but I really don't understand why.
It definitely hurts people who put a lot of like work into
Th-
this, and this is like their main time thing, but
yeah.
also strengthens the argument that you should be diversified and not be solely dependent on one
Yeah,
platform
man. And
again.
and where's the fucking goodwill? Like, if the guy pulls 10K, like 5 to 10K viewers, like, and he's bringing in Twitch probably 10K a month. The idea that he's not like valuable in the slightest is ridiculous. Like, I can't believe that they wouldn't take care of him after they made a mistake like that. A lot of people in my chat were asking if like maybe they just wanted an excuse to get rid of him, but if that was the case, they just wouldn't have unbanned him. Because right now, yeah, right now they're perfectly within their right to terminate you for no reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
It looks like the past couple of VODs, or these are like impression views, I guess, based of what this looks like. But it looks like we have, let's see, yesterday, this is 14,000, this is 7,000, and this one right here has 73,000. But that's like a podcast
yeah, so
style
his
content.
average
Like
is so he's probably a
he's
2 to 5K viewer streamer.
yeah, he's definitely pulling in a solid amount of numbers, depending on how the impressions fall.
Yeah, that's more than what Gabe gets in a day, and he's
Yep.
like 1.5 to 2. That's like double almost. So it would make sense that he's like, yeah, I guess like 3 to 5.
Let's see
Okay.
what else. Um, there was a funny moment. I'm not gonna spend too long on this, but there's a Dream made a promise
I
of
don't understand this guy. Like, who
okay,
is Dream?
Dream. So Dream is one of those people that makes Minecraft content on YouTube for kids and has
Okay.
thousands and millions and trillions of views, and everybody like I don't know. It's just like he gets a lot of attention. He apparently made a promise to donate all of the money to LGBT organizations that he made from streaming in the month of June. And on his primary channel, where he would make the most amount of money, he did
Yeah.
absolutely nothing, didn't stream. And then he made he was called out for it, and people were laughing at it, which is kind of humorous. Like it is kind of humorous.
Oh, you take the
Like
L on that.
yeah,
Like,
but he tried
yeah.
to do a save face and go like I don't know how you. So when you count 2 streams and 3 Twitter, Discord podcasts, apparently one of we haven't been able to find what the internet. I say we. Apparently only one of the streams was like an alternate account that didn't even have any PayPal. It wasn't partnered. It didn't. Nobody accepted bits on it. Right. It was one of his like alternate accounts or whatever. And Discord and Twitter podcasts. I don't. This looks like something that's like, oh look, I added a bunch of numbers together and I gave to charity and covered face or whatever. Okay, sure. I thought that was kind of funny / interesting, but
Yeah, I mean that's
feels
he's
kind of
like,
scummy.
so what I don't understand is like, if you've how what does one of his videos pull? Like, what is it? Do you know what is YouTube at? Like,
He has
what is his most
1.6 million on Twitter. Let's see what
right?
his YouTube.
What's his most recent YouTube video have?
Let's look this up. Oh, Windows stop. Hang on.
And is he streamed too or no?
I would think so, because that's what this whole thing was about.
Right. You're right. That makes sense.
It looks like. Okay, so his YouTube videos. If I go to popular uploads here, this one has 10 months ago 91 million views. If we sort by videos
What the
by newest, this one has
Yeah.
15 million 1 week ago. 2 months ago was 48 million.
So what's he pulling? Like, oh my god,
It's a significant amount. If we look at
that's
his,
like he's pulling almost a million. He's pulling almost a million a vid. No.
easily, way over.
Yeah,
This is over a
so,
million.
Like,
This
imagine
is 15
being
million.
this
This is
guy.
48 million. This is 34 million. It looks like his average, if it dips below 30 million, it's an anomaly, basically.
Imagine being this guy who's actually like such an idiot that he's willing to like tarnish his fucking brand. Like, he might be one of those people who's just like too big to cancel kind of deal. But
Kind of.
imagine being such an idiot that you're willing to stake what is probably like a 1/100th of your income in a month, and just like to tarnish yourself. Like, Just stream a couple times, like do the thing that you said you were gonna do, or just be like, hey, I couldn't stream, donate X amount to charity, and just call it a fucking day. Like, I don't understand people who do
The
this
thing
kind
is,
of
like,
shit. Like,
most of those, if I take a look at like the last 30 million views, if let's try to break that down into a ratio of people that actually care that he made a promise and then broke it,
oh,
or let's
probably
break
fair.
it down into people that actually know what LGBTQ plus means.
Yeah,
Yeah, people are still gonna go watch it because they're YouTube and they're on an iPad and they're a kid and they're 7 years old and that's what they're like.
yeah.
Let's see. We
Well,
could probably.
it's just like it's just such an insignificant amount of money to him. It really, truly is.
Yeah.
Like, it's so little if you just look at how much he makes per video.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's throwaway change. In like 1 month, he can buy like 5 Maseratis. Like, he doesn't give a shit about this money. Like, he really should just own up to his promises. It's almost like worse. Like, it would have been better if he just said, I'm gonna donate X to charity. Like, I'm not gonna give all the money from this event or
I
whatever
like.
this month.
I can't tell if you frequently stream or do it like on a semi-regular basis or something, just semi-regularly. Are you trolling at that point? Just don't stream. Like,
I
did
mean,
you
you
forget
never
you made
know.
a
Like,
promise?
could have
It
been a
could be
weird
some
month.
weird
You
situation. Let's give him some benefit of the doubt. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, he
Yeah.
went ahead and donated 190,000 to Trevor Project afterwards or whatever. Through
Yeah, I
however he
mean that's
classified it,
that's
sure.
like a good step, right? Like, that's a pretty decent
Yeah,
that's a
sure.
pretty decent ass covering.
It feels like an ass covering though, but
Oh,
I don't.
it's an ass covering.
I'm not campaigning for this. I don't really
No,
care
no,
about
no,
the
I know.
cause.
But
I'm
like,
just like
we
laughing
can
at it.
call it what it is. He's
Yeah,
covering his ass. Like,
yeah.
oh shit. Looks like I forgot to go live this month. Was too busy in my yacht. You couldn't get good
Too busy
Starlink
out partying.
reception from there.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, I forgot that I have to be in the same zip code all the time for Starlink. My bad. I didn't realize I couldn't just go onto the yacht and
Damn it.
stream from there. My bad. Yeah,
Let's
okay.
Okay, let's go to crypto memes. Oh, we got a couple
Okay.
minutes left.
This is yeah. Let's get at this.
So I think you probably know more about this than I do on
Because did
some
you
of
not watch
it.
the vid?
I didn't watch that whole video, so you might have more information. But I'll open this with Aiden Ross is one of those hood rat type people that likes to pretend he's from the hood and thinks he's of a different culture than he is the best way I
Are
can
we
phrase
still
it.
fucking doing that?
Apparently, this guy is. This is not me saying this.
Yeah.
This is just as I'm just stating it as it is at the moment. Here's a clip from him talking about. Let's see. So a couple
was
while
saying,
ago.
Yeah,
a
he
couple,
was saying that he hopes that nobody bought the crypto he was pushing because it's a scam.
And
Right.
if you don't catch it in the video, I'll say it ahead of time for the people who are listening. It's MILF coin. That's the name of the coin.
MILF coin.
That tells you anything
man.
about it.
Like, you ever read something so stupid that you think that anyone who fell for it is it's actually their fault. Like,
we're almost
if you
at that
bought
point.
MILF coin, it's your fucking fault, dude. Like,
what did you expect? But let's see.
it's your fault.
Chat, by the way, that MILF token shit I did a while back, I already told you guys, don't buy that shit. I got paid a bag to do that shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. I hope none of you guys actually bought it.
Love how he says this like months after, or like, was it a month after?
Yeah. Great.
Man.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like, this is like what is it? The social shit. What is it when this is is a parasocial relationship? This is like parasocial relationships gone to the fucking extreme where
Yeah.
like, it's one thing to just be like, hey guys, like, you guys want to subscribe to my channel, like Twitch Prime, and then like thousands of people give you Twitch Prime, but like that's not really like a scam. Like, it's like maybe in some contexts like it's an abusive thing, like somebody can leverage their stature and their following for negative things. This is a whole different level, like, of abusing your parasocial relationship. And That's basically
You're
what
setting up a
this
pyramid
entire
scheme that people just dump money into. The organizers profit, the streamer profits, and does anybody else profit? It depends, and the answer is most likely, statistically, no.
Yeah.
In most
I
of these
mean,
cases,
it doesn't. This is like one of those things where it has to. It's a pyramid scheme, not because it's a pyramid scheme necessarily. Like MILF token could have been the next cryptocurrency. Like, why not? It's a pyramid scheme because the people who are doing it initially take their investment out. So, like, basically, some guy they couldn't figure it out. The guy who was doing all the research on it, like, couldn't figure out who the guy who actually started the token was. And this is fuck, I can't. It's not MILF. It's not MILF token. It's a different token. I can't remember what the hell the name was. They made this token, and these guys on Phase. The one guy, the K guy, is removed from Phase because he actually sold all of his tokens, like everything, and he'd done that multiple times. Whereas the other guys, they actually held like a third or 2/3 of it, respectively. That's why they're only suspended. So basically, the one guy, K, is probably the guy who orchestrated it or worked very closely with the person who made this coin.
Mhm.
They make this coin. They push it to all their followers, tell them that they're like, super invested for the long term. They're doing this coin. Oh, it was the Save the Children gamer token.
yeah,
So it
that's
was
what
like
it was.
it's like the classic, like when
I
a
couldn't remember
bill's
the name
like
of
the
it.
Patriot bill. You're like, oh fuck, this thing is gonna screw us all because the name literally is so positive. It's belligerently positive.
Remember the
that if you
Freedom
read
Act?
it-
Like,
yeah, the Freedom Act.
let's name
Yeah.
everything as much as possible. So like,
Yeah,
you can't.
So it's the save the fucking children coin, okay? And the guy who makes it, literally like, and this guy, this K guy, they immediately sell, and you can see because the wallets are public. They linked his wallet back to him by looking at coin giveaways and like making sure that it was him and his account matches up and all this shit. So like, it's definitely him. And he gives away all this fucking, like, he tells everyone to buy this coin, and then right when it launches, because you can pre-buy, he sells everything, and he makes some amount, like, for these guys and their following, some paltry amount, like 30K or something like that. And this is where, like, I look at that number, and I'm like, wait, so you just literally scammed your entire following, completely ruined your reputation, and this is probably, like, less than half of what you earn in a week, given your following base right now.
Exactly. This is the same thought I had. Like, if you're gonna fucking sell out, are you shitting me? Get enough to get a bag big enough to retire on, like for the not like pennies.
And this kind of scam is stuff that you can go to jail for very easily in the States. Like this kind of fraudulent shit. The guy in the YouTube video says it pretty easily. The SEC can have your ass for quite a while. So like you're risking a lot on what is essentially like completely worthless to you. The other guys in the FaZe clan, I don't think they were. The guy doesn't think they were in on it, and I agree because they held. Like, if you're in on the scam, you don't hold. Right? You collect a bit, and then you just hold on to it because you think that it's like an actual thing, and people are gonna actually take it up. And yeah, so you're basically just seeing people like, oh yeah, look at this new coin like championed by my influencer friends. It's gonna be great, and then. Yeah, you just get fucking robbed blind. So, and I mean, a lot of streamers have these tokens, but I don't think there's anything inherently like wrong with it unless the streamer like basically doesn't hold, or the streamer or influencer doesn't hold any of the coin themselves.
Right. So the video we're referencing, actually, for people who want to go look at it later, I watched some of it. I think Sal watched more of it.
Yeah, I watched all of it. So, Ravi, that would be a believable thing if the guy hadn't done it 3 times with 3 different coins. This K guy.
Yeah.
He did it with 3 different coins. The other people, though, no. Like, they were still holding coin. But the one guy did. He did it 3 times. He sold immediately, held nothing. And it's likely, and they even like the guy who created the coin. When they were marketing it, they were like, "Yeah, it's got an anti-whale clause, so like you can't sell your coin. You can't sell more than like 0.1% of your coin, within like a week or something." And right before it launched, he changed the window to 1 minute or like 5 minutes.
Yep.
It's like.
If that doesn't scream scummy, I don't know what does. Like holy shit, dude.
It's over there. Like it's super fucking over. And It's just super fucked. Like the whole situation is really fucked. I don't know how bad I feel for the people who bought the tokens. I feel kind of bad because crypto's like all the rage, right? Right now, it's like, fuck, man. What's a really good example?
I don't think there's like
Pokemon. It feels like Pokemon cards, like when I was a kid. Like it was just about getting cards, not like what was valuable or like what was good. And like you're just getting in because people say like these things are good, but you don't have any fucking clue, and you're not even looking at the internet, so you don't actually know.
and
And
with
I feel like
crypto,
it's the
it's like
same.
it's like such a big wave that it's just like, oh, hop on the
Yeah,
train. Dogecoin
but
is
there are
in the
people who
news.
are.
Haha, here we go.
I think there are people who are like hardcore into crypto, right? They're hardcore
Yeah.
into crypto. They look at the graphs and they look at like the pricing every day and they sell and they buy, but they have literally no fucking clue how any of it works. Like nothing. They don't even like they know the word blockchain, but they don't understand how that works, and they don't understand how any of these coins have value or whatever. Like
I think
they
most
don't
of these
get.
people that are caught in this and like got lost from or like got booted from FaZe Clan or got suspended don't understand specifically how easily trackable this type of thing is, where it's like, here's the paper trail, here's the record, here's where the money went.
Yeah,
It's all super traceable. This has got
yeah.
a breadcrumb trail that's super easy to follow. Like,
Well,
this is not, I mean,
the one the
compared to,
one guy definitely knew,
yeah,
but he fucked up, right? He deleted the tweets and shit, so like he clearly knew. Whereas the other guys, I don't think they understood. Like I don't even think they understood it was a scam. Like I don't.
they might
I
not
think
have.
that they were just. I think they saw their other guy who was on the thing, and they were like, okay, so like we're getting it because again you have to consider like for the same reason that it's such a ridiculous amount of money to scam people for from the first guy, right? The other people are willing to be in on it because it's such an insignificant amount of money to them. It's like, why not just hold this coin? Like, you're just being given the fucking coin. Like, it's not like you even bought it.
You don't have an
Like, you being,
investment. You
or
don't have a.
yeah, you bought it for a reduced rate because it's a pre-release. Like, this amount of money is fuck all to them, so they don't really care. They don't give a shit at all. And so that's why they're only suspended, I think, because to even hold on, it just kind of says to me that like, okay, so these guys weren't really just trying to scam the fuck out of everyone. They're just like, it's kind of the classic like, hey, so like I got $1,000 and there's 1,000 shit coins. Like, which shit coin should I buy? And your friend looks over and you goes, well, you just buy one of everything. Like, you're bound to be rich. And so
Eventually,
it's like, okay, yeah, sure. So like you buy all of them, and then okay, 5 of them end up being like a shit like scam to drop out, and the rest of them end up doing okay or average or whatever. Like, so I understand why you know you could blow 10K on buying this shit because 10K to them is fuck all. It's nothing. So like who they don't even care. They probably don't give a flying fuck. The one guy though definitely did know exactly what the fuck he was doing. Like, there's no way you can't tell me he does the same thing 3 times, and each time he sells like right before anyone else can sell. Like, it's just too clear, you know.
it is.
At least to me.
Um, which also kind of segues into the stuff with StarCraft. So, over the past little bit, there's been
Oh, Brood War.
some Brood War people, specifically Flash, Bisu, and C, are three of the names that we have here, and they've had to come out and apologize. And this is a whole other scandal. Most of these people stream on Afrika, not necessarily Twitch. Sometimes
Yeah.
Twitch, but like, and these aren't the worst. These aren't the only 3 people involved in this, but this is something that's like, it feels like it's not just here and there, and it's popping up a whole bunch of places. There's
This is the same thing.
I have too many thoughts to choose one to pick from on this, so take it away.
Yeah. This is actually, from my brief cursory reading, this is the same exact story we just talked about, but instead it's the Korean Brood War pros
Mhm.
that did it instead. Some anonymous guy reached out and was like, "Hey, can you spread around this coin that we're backing and tell people to get into it and say that you're also getting into it, and don't mention that, you're actually going to get paid out the same amount that you invest, right? So, or like you're gonna get paid. So you're gonna get this coin, you're gonna hold it, but we're also gonna pay you. So when everyone invests and the creators pull out and get all their money, like Flash and all these other guys aren't stuck holding the bag because they were never actually like they can hold all this useless, meaningless coin because they were just paid flat out.
Right.
Yeah, like this is actually really fucking brutal. Some people are saying this is like the same. This is like worse than like match fixing. Like it it is, but not in StarCraft. Like it's a different thing. Like these guys, it's worse. I
A
think
different type of being a scumbag
it's
at
a
life.
different type of worse. But like I don't know why people are worse. I guess maybe because these guys are like the face of StarCraft in Korea. But like it's really stupid to associate StarCraft itself with a bunch of content creators who are basically just influencers.
These are kind of what we're aware of. This, from what I can tell, it's like on multiple levels, on multiple games. It's not just locked to StarCraft or an odd instance here and there.
Yeah.
This is one of the things that has been kind of worrying when people come to me and ask, like, "Hey, there's this crypto thing going. Should I invest in this? And like, what's going on? Is this something to?" And I'm like,
yeah. I mean,
from the streamer's point of view, they're like, "Hey, I'm being offered a bag. Should I accept it?" And for the people investing, I can tell the people investing, like, don't invest any more money than you're willing to flush down a toilet. Like, literally take it to your toilet, think about never seeing it again, and then maybe invest it. Like, maybe. Like,
yeah, I don't. I see. I'm not big enough into crypto, but like, my common sense tells me, like, if the creator slash like the creator of the coin slash the creator you're looking at is still holding the currency after some extended period of time, and you want to buy their coin to support them, I'm okay with that because they're clearly in it. Like even if it's misguided, they're in it for the long term anyway. Don't fucking buy their coin to make money because that is the dumbest thing ever. Buy some of the fucking altcoins listed on like Binance or some shit like that. Like I'm out of crypto completely, and I'm out of crypto just because the same reason everyone is. I had a friend who was like, "Man, this shit looks like it's gonna crash," and I was like, "Oh fuck, I've made $400. Like I'm out." Like I wasn't educated by any particular thing. Like I just sold because I made money, and I was like, "All right, whatever." And I made money by just investing a small amount every month or whatever, and that was cheeky. So like take this with a grain of salt because I don't really understand crypto 100%. But like you want to buy a cryptocurrency, generally, I'd imagine that there's enough players involved that you can't have a couple people just completely wipe you out, and it's in their best interest to do so. Like there's a chance that the entire cryptocurrency exists solely for the purpose of having you invest so that they can pull out because that's why they made the crypto in the first place. Like I don't know. This just doesn't make any sense to me to invest in any of this shit in the first place. If you're supporting a creator, this is like it's a non-question. Like people gift subs. Like there's a fictitious currency too. Like it's an emote, it's some emotes and a fucking badge. Like these are not things that you can't eat them. You can't take them for a walk. Like you can't do anything with them, but
can't buy a Tesla with them anymore, so
you can't buy a fucking Tesla. You can't cash them in for actual dollars. So it's if you're gonna go and buy some fucking B coin or whatever, because I think Livybee's got some, but it seems like creators like that are actually just holding onto their crypto because they're invested in their own meme, and that's whatever. Like if you want to support them, that's fine.
Sure,
but don't do it to make money. Like, don't do it.
Go ahead.
Just don't do it to make money. Like, it's common sense.
As Jeremy says, we're not bankers. This is not financial advice. Do not sue us later. Blah, 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 blah. Something disclaimer.
Yeah. Definitely. Sure.
Bitcoin and Ethereum have like an interesting stability to them, though, where they've been around a long enough time. There's a track record there. Ethereum is especially interesting to me personally because we've gone from it being like a meme coin to actually having not it was never quite as big of a meme as Dogecoin or something like that, but like it came up and was like this thing that was like haha, and then it was like, oh, this is stable. Oh, we can actually mine Bitcoin on this. Oh,
Yeah.
China had to stop people from mining it and save 4 gigawatts of electricity after they stopped people from mining, like on their national power grid over there. Now it's going to a proof of stake in the future, which is going to make it even more stable, but you're going to become even less able to mine it, or relatively
Yeah, and they're
unable to
dropping
mine it.
the gas fees and shit of Ethereum
Right.
a lot too.
So this is
Yeah.
going to become one of those things where it's like, okay, well, now it's more of a financial currency. Now it's like stable, but
Yeah.
you're not going to be able to just suddenly get rich quick overnight. And people looking for a get rich quick overnight type scheme are going to be severely disappointed most of the time on this
Yeah.
stuff. A
I
lot
mean,
of
the way
people I
I
know
look
have
at crypto,
burned stories from crypto.
the way I look at crypto is that if you believe that it will be adopted, like if you believe that your coin will be adopted as an actual currency where you could pay for shit, right? So I can like buy my groceries with Ethereum, or I could like buy whatever with Ethereum. There are only going to be two kinds of people who buy crypto. There's going to be winners and people who are just buying money, like to be able to use on their card that does Ethereum. Like there will be early adopters because everyone will get their Ethereum and the value will go up, and then there will be people who bought high and it stays high because people actually use it to pay for shit. So the only way you can lose is if your coin is not the coin that everyone adopts. And everyone is just fucking gambling that their coin is going to be the coin. Now, there are different applications for different coins. Like Cardano is used for some shit, and I know um what's the other one? Chainlink is used for some other shit as well, and they all have like their different uses. So it's possible there may be like 3 or 4 of them, but I in my head, like if I don't actually believe that it will be the currency of the future, then you shouldn't buy it because it's gonna actually tank eventually when people realize their money is just sitting in the middle of nowhere doing nothing, and it will gain no value. So I don't know. It really all hedges on that, right?
Yes.
It's just like we don't really know what it's going to be, and we don't know if like the governments are all just going to make their own crypto, because I don't think there's any denying that there is advantages to cryptocurrency,
Oh
right?
no, of course not.
Low
But the
like low
government doesn't like it
fees.
because they don't have
Yeah.
controlling ability to the
Right.
various parts of it. So I kind of feel that eventually the government's going to adopt and accept a crypto at some point, but it's going to be one that they have some sort of control on, some sort of tracking ability to
Yeah.
some degree. Like that's how they're going to eventually authorize it or approve it or let people use it in various different ways. And then the banking institutions will have a lot to say about that, if not actually be the ones making the decisions that end up being law. Like
Yeah, well, yeah. I
chat's
mean,
going ham
it's
and it's
super
pretty
easy.
funny.
Like, you can just be like, yeah. So if you want to hold Ethereum, you have to pay taxes on that
Yeah.
Ethereum with that wallet, and now we know it's your wallet. Like, it's ogre. Good luck, buddy.
Yep.
It's yeah. I mean, and it'll be like, will you even have to will you even have to fucking do your taxes? Like, because they'll just know. They can
They'll
just
just
go
take the
through
money.
like
Don't
what
worry
you
about
fucking
like
bought.
don't worry
They're like,
about
hey,
thinking
like,
about your money. We just know how much you owe and we took it from you finally. No more of this taxes and
yeah. I know you can't write that shit off. We see what
no,
you bought.
we took
That is
it.
not yeah. 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 Like I don't know. Like the crypto space is interesting, but for me, it's too volatile. I worry about it too much. And so I was like, fuck it, it's not worth the stress.
I'd rather not have to try to track everything going on with it and
Yeah.
invest my money elsewhere. But anything else you got to say about crypto? Because like
Not really, no.
it's a big meme. Again,
Yeah.
not financial advice.
I think it's the crypto like discussion about crypto, because obviously we know nothing. But the discussion about crypto is really tangential from the way that people are being scammed through it, and I think it's actually completely separate, like a completely separate issue. It's just that people have found a way to take advantage of their followers, and I think it's very sad, to be honest. Like, I think it's really sad that like these people that clearly have a following because they seem like good people are just like
Mm-hmm.
taking everyone for a ride because no one is used to being able to be scammed at this level, right? Like, I don't. What was the last scam that was this big? Like, where you get thousands of people to all do like buy an influencer. Like, I know you can get a couple people or a couple hundred people to all get in on some shit, or like you make a promise and not follow through. But to get like thousands of people to all put in like $20 and then just rob them all fucking blind, like it's actually pretty rough,
I think
you
you'd
know?
have to go back
Yeah,
to like,
no, like yeah. Jeremy in chat says Mark Cuban just got scammed. It can
yeah.
happen to anybody. Like,
The
definitely.
more money you have, the more people are gonna come try to scam you out of it. Like,
Yeah. I just feel bad for the people who follow these content creators,
mm-hmm.
and they just like, because I know a lot of people when they get invested in a content creator, like they get invested into every portion of the content creators like portfolio, so they'll like watch the YouTube videos and they'll follow them or whatever, and they've only got a couple, and then these are people who generally like they cut out cable, like they don't have anything else, so like their entertainment comes from these content creators, and now their content creator is a piece of shit. And so they're just like, man, I just spent like 4 years following this person, and they just scammed me out of like $200, and they're like a multi-millionaire. Like, there's completely no reason to do that. I just kind of feel bad. It's a
Of
pretty,
course.
yeah. Save the children coin too. Like it's so fucking brutal that it's the save the children coin. Like, imagine thinking like,
Hey,
man, you
here's
go to
here's my
bed.
new one. Cure cancer coin, guys. Just invest. Don't question anything. Just invest. Like,
Imagine going to
God damn
bed
it.
being like, yeah, I bought some cryptocurrency. It's like save the cancer or save the kids,
Save the
save the kids, save the kids coin. Like, it's really going towards a good cause. You go to bed feeling great. You wake up realizing that not only have you not actually saved the fucking kids, but the person who told you should save the kids has actually just run away with your money as
Yep.
well.
No
Yeah.
kid even saw the
And he's
money
a piece
ever.
of shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing, actually. Yeah. It's amazing how much damage people will do for so little.
I think that enough people are slowly starting to become aware of this that hopefully we don't have to see too many more of these things where people get robbed blind. I hate to say it, like in an area where you get burned enough by a hot stove, you stop touching the stove. I feel like enough people have been like, oh look, a lot of people jumped in on GME or Dogecoin or like the other things that there's been like enough burn victims that slowly people will start to be aware of it. That's like the kind of almost the wrong way to like teach people or teach society or that don't know about this. We're talking about like the vast majority of people who hear Dogecoin on the news and somebody's like, hey, you want to buy some? Haha. Like, I'm talking about those general populace. I think we're almost reaching a critical mass of like, hey, we maybe have enough burn victims that will stop. And then these stories come up and I'm like, God damn it.
I actually feel bad for the creators that are doing this kind of shit, but doing it like not like the right way, but they're actually like, hey, I don't want to give my money to Patreon anymore. I don't want to give my money to PayPal anymore. I don't want to give my money to Streamlabs anymore. I don't want to give my money to any of these other like people. So if you want to support me, buy my coin, you know? And then they're actually using it like the right way. They're like, hey, if you want to support me, here, buy this coin, okay? Because this actually supports me 100%. And you don't have to give your money like through like fees and shit to all these other services. You can just buy the coin and now you've given me the money. Like, but all those people who are doing that, they're going to be tarnished by the people who are doing this shit instead.
I'm not saying it's not impossible to actually build a successful currency and ecosystem within this if you have like enough content creators all in the same system and there's an ebb and flow and there's enough
there's
growth.
Definitely, yeah. I think
at some point, if you like ride the meme long enough, it'll become reality. If everything's in the right way and people are trying to do it correctly and the business is sound, but
well, at the very least, if the content creator is if the content creator is like legitimately holding their own coin to keep the value so that they can eventually cash out. Like, it's always about what the label on the thing is, if you buy a bottle of ketchup and it says ketchup and it has ingredients for ketchup and instead inside the bottle is acid, like that's a problem because you didn't think you were getting acid. You thought you were fucking buying some ketchup. So like if somebody puts acid on the bottle and you're like, "Oh, I want some acid. Give me that." Like you weren't scammed, like you knew what you were buying.
Right.
So if you are buying a coin to prop up the person specifically and they say that to you in advance, like you're not being scammed. That's actually what is intended to happen.
Is Pepsi okay? Did you buy
yeah.
Pepsi?
Yeah,
Did you want Coke and buy Pepsi? Is that what you like?
That's a problem. That's the exact same as buying acid, actually.
That's what I thought of.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we probably should wrap this one up. This is going to be a short one today. We do have some updates on turning this into an actual podcast. We've got our SoundCloud on. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're doing. Yeah.
We have
all that.
Sorry, not SoundCloud. Everything but SoundCloud is what I was trying to say. We have Almost Essential Podcast registered on Podbean. There's no published episodes yet. That's going to be the next couple days. However, they all are on a list on YouTube, and you can go back and watch the last 5 here.
Nice.
I've tried to be somewhat clever with the names.
That's hot.
Yes, because they're not the public. The playlist is public, but the videos aren't. I still need to set them live. I need to add our links.
Oh, okay.
When I want to set these live, I want the links in the description to the actual audio. So anytime they click on one of these and they want to go check out the audio for it, they can do that. And I should have that done in the next little bit. But it's public for whenever people want to go. It says no views and updated today because it was about 45 minutes ago that it went out. So it's.
Are we doing Spotify too? Yeah.
Yes,
no?
it will be done in a little bit. Excellent. And iTunes. iTunes takes a little bit verification process and takes a little while, but I've already started it, so we should have it soon.
Excellent.
Soon, TM. Hopefully, before we record the next podcast, everything will be available everywhere else. You got any shout-outs? I know you got to go eat dinner.
Yeah. Check out my Twitch stream. Twitch.tv/AppleTreeZelda. That's it.
There you go. Thank you very much, everybody.
Yeah. Buy my coin. Yeah.
What's it called? What do you name it?
You earn them by chilling in my chat long enough, and then you get the Sal Latte coins.
Sal Latte coins.
Can buy push-ups that I won't redeem because you're being.
I think
scammed.
I have 70,000 of those. I had 180,000 before
You should bet them.
I
That's
did.
The best thing.
I bet on you losing every single time, except the very last game.
I'm gonna set a channel points reward for like 3 million, like latte points. And I'll gift you a win gang shirt or a lose gang shirt.
That's not bad.
Live.
You get a physical merch item for watching.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that idea, and it's specifically tied to how you would get that many coins. So like, yeah, I needed something to kill the whales. You know, the whales, they get too big. Dan comes in, he just drops his 50K, and then he's like rich, and because he knows exactly how I'm gonna play. It's just kind of rough. So I gotta figure out how many coins or how many like latte points you actually need. It's a whole thing. And I have to also ask them. I asked in the Discord twice, and both times they're like, "Hey, let me get back to you on whether or not you could gift individual pieces of merch," and then they never answered. So I'm kind of a little.
You could just like order a few and then.
Yeah, I could order a bunch. So then you're kind of stuck in the position where you need to order a bunch of every size, and like, that's fine, but you have to eat the cost up front, and then you have to have enough people actually want them. But then you can actually sign them, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the added thing. It adds a little bit of, it adds a little something. I'm not sure which one.
Here's the thing that I would say, my 2 cents on this: if they've waited long enough to get 3 million of these, if that's the price, say we set. We're not saying you set that price, but whatever the price is, if they waited that long to watch you for the T-shirt, they could probably wait another week for you to actually get the thing shipped to you, sign it, and ship it to them.
But the thing is that you get a wholesale rate from them, and then the shipping is lower the more that you order. Right. So like, I would order a bunch. Like I would order like 5 of each. So I'd only be worried about it the one time.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it would be like, it would be what it is.
At that point, it's like, but which shirt do they want? Later on down the road, they could be multiple shirts.
So I'd have to order like 5 mediums, 5 large, 5 extra large of each of both the win and lose. So like, you're gonna be paying like $200-300 at the start just for the first person that redeems.
That's
And then
that
you might
sounds
not
like a
get
solid
another one.
investment into a coin
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
huh?
yeah, exactly. That's it. That's why you bought the coin. Exactly.
Because
Perfect.
Sal's invested. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. I'm invested in the.
Why would you keep the W
shirt?
shirts?
Yeah. I
I don't know,
only
man.
bought the W shirt for myself, and I've only lost since. So like maybe there's something to that. Maybe I
So
need
you
the
need
L
to
shirts.
buy an L shirt and win some games.
Yeah, that's it. All right,
Okay.
I should go eat.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Take care. Bye. That is such a good animated emote.
It's pretty nice.
Just hits himself in the face on